Hello, everyone. Let's see. Adjust my phone down here. Okay. Yes, that is correct. What you see in the title, I am giving away a free coaching package and one of my free online trainings. Adjust my Facebook viewers. Got Facebook and YouTube going at the same time. So here's the deal. There is no catch to this. I know that's probably what people are thinking. They're like, okay, he's giving something away for free, but you got to sign up for this other thing, or you got to do this other thing, or you got to run through some hoops, or I'm going to put you through a funnel or something like that. And no, I'm not. There's actually no catch to this. So you might be thinking, why would I do this? Oh, somebody from Thailand. Hello. Oh, thank you. The warrior lifestyle. I think I've seen some of your stuff too. Thank you. So yeah, why would I do this? Why would I just give away free stuff? I did this before. I think it's been a while. It's been longer than what I wanted to, and I really enjoyed it. I took on some free coaching clients. I think I only did one session, and I felt really good about that. And I thought, I've been meaning to do that again. And so there's more reasons to that. I'll give you a little bit more because it has to do with how I got started. Well, one of the ways that I got started in NLP, one of my first exposures to NLP. So here's what you're going to do. If you want, I'm going to pick two people, one person to give a free coaching package to. So that's 4 sessions. So my regular coaching that I charge for, you can sign up for one single session, which I don't recommend because I don't like to rush people through it. I know NLP has a reputation of being like this super fast, change stuff. It can happen that way. I've had sessions that happen that way, but it doesn't usually happen that way. And I don't like to rush people. And I've seen people do NLP processes and it's supposed to be like this rapid and they do it fast. And sure, in the moment, it might look like you help the person get the change, or the person might think that they did, and then a week later everything is snapped back because you really need to do good, thorough work, and it takes me 4 sessions in general to do that. So then what I do is I sell people a package with a discount on the session, so that they stick through the 4 sessions, so that we get the overall change. So that's what I'm giving away. I'm giving away a package of 4 sessions. And then if you're not interested in coaching and you're interested in some of the trainings that I do, that's also one thing I will be giving away. So how do you go about submitting to do this? I really want you to follow the instructions. It's very important that you follow the instructions because I'm using that as part of my criterion for who I choose. So who am I looking for in this? For both the coaching and the free training that I'm going to give away, I'm looking for someone, or I'm looking to work with someone. So first of all, who I feel like I can help, because that's always a criterion for my coaching. I have to talk to people first so that what they're asking for, I believe, is realistic. And it's something that I know that I can help the person with. Sometimes I'm not the right coach for everyone. And in that case, I would refer that person to someone who I think is better suited, better fitted. The other thing too is the last time I did this, I had a lot of people come to me for like clinical stuff, like clinical depression and suicide. And I am not a therapist. So if you're having those kinds of issues, you need to seek help from a licensed therapist. I'm a coach. So it's basically the stuff that I help people with is internal blocks. And you can have like certain types of problems that are pretty severe, but if it's a clinical diagnosis thing, again, I'm not a therapist. So if you're looking for something for help that way, I am not the person for that, and so don't submit to do this. So for the person I'm looking for, you need to tell me what you're wanting help with. It needs to not be clinical. If you have plenty of money for coaching, please don't do this. What I'm looking for is someone who's actually really, really, really strapped for money. who is earnest about what they want to do, what they want to accomplish, or the help that they want, and really just does not have the money. And so, for example, I have people who come to me and they'll say, "Hey, I just bought a house. How about you give me that practitioner training for half price?" They're not really setting up their argument that well, because if you just bought a house, that means you have a very good income or a very decent, steady income. You just are allocating your funds. Sure, you may not have a lot of money left over, but you're allocating. You're saying that the house is really important, and you're allocating your money there. So if you're in a situation like that, you're not the person I'm looking for. I'm looking for the person who is earnest about helping themselves and develop themselves, and they're just in a situation where like they literally have to spend money on food and rent, and they really have nothing left. That's roundabout the kind of person I'm looking for. And again, you don't have to be flat broke. You don't have to be desperate. You don't have to be out on the street. That's not what I'm looking for. It's just that you're just not in a good financial situation. So I'm looking for earnest. I'm looking for somebody who's going to really value the coaching session. So I'll give you another example of people who really it's not only that I don't want to work with them, it's just that they can't really be helped until they change their mind about this. So I used to go up to San Francisco because I live very close to San Francisco and do free meetups. I would basically spend 3 hours introducing some NLP technique or process and really teach people something, and it was free. So I would drive up to San Francisco, 70 miles, not 70 miles an hour. Actually, I'd probably drive faster than that, but it takes 70 miles away. And people would show up. And after doing this a few times, and about the same people more or less showed up, I thought to myself, I should get compensated for something here. I should at least get compensated for the gas that it costs to get up there. So I'm gonna change the meetup to, I'm just gonna charge $5. Now $5 for a 3-hour training or seminar, that's a deal. Like that's really a deal. Strange thing happened. More than 90% of the people stopped showing up. A new crop of people showed up, people who were willing to pay $5. But the other people who were getting this training for free, as soon as there was anything to pay, they were out. And I've encountered this a lot. I've encountered people like this a lot. This is a scarcity mentality. It doesn't matter if the person had money or not. In their mind, they're like, I will not pay for this. And if you're not willing to invest in yourself, you're not willing to put something into it, whether that's money or just effort or work, I can't help you until you make that shift, until you make that change. So I'm going to read your, whoever's submitting for the free coaching and the free training, I'm going to read what you write me. I want to know what it is. Here's the instructions. I want to know what it is you want help with, or what it is you want to accomplish. And I want to know more about your situation. Again, you don't have to be flat broke on the street. You don't have to be, super desperate. I just want to know, like one of the guys that I coached last time I did this, he was a student. He had a part-time job. He was going to school full-time. He just didn't have the money to do it, but he was very interested. And he was very earnest. He's a perfect candidate. So that's one example. I'm not saying you have to be a student. So what I need you to do is, some of you might know what my email address is. Don't just send me an email. What I need you to do is I need you to go to the website, lifemasterygym.com. And I'm looking at it right now so I get this right. If you're interested in the courses, the free course, there's a tab that says courses. You just click on that tab. And oh, by the way, I'm not going to do a sales pitch on you. I'm not going to try to get you to buy anything. This is absolutely for free with no strings attached. Just keep that in mind. I know people are probably thinking there's got to be something. There's nothing. Seriously, this is for free. So you go to the courses page and check out the courses. The only one I'm not going to give away for free is the ongoing membership program. I have a membership program called Life Mastery Gym Membership. And the reason I'm not going to give that away for free, because it's ongoing, it's indefinite. And if you want to get started with that one, there's actually a special promotion going on right now. You can get started for $1. So yeah, it's $1. So if you want that program to start. But everything else is up for grabs. You look at those programs, you find one that you want to take, and then you are going to go over to, if you look on the tabs where it says one-on-one coaching, even if you're not looking for the coaching, if you're just looking for the training, go over to the one-on-one coaching, and you'll see there's a place to submit to, that it will go to me. So you submit that for whatever it is that you're looking for. If you're wanting the free training, then you submit that here. If you're wanting the free coaching, you also submit that here. Now, I'm really looking for someone who can follow these instructions too. That's, like I said, it's going to be part of the criterion. So go through that route, go to the website, go to the one-on-one coaching, tell me what it is that you're looking for, the training or the coaching. Tell me what it is, if it's the coaching, what it is you want to accomplish. If you want the training, tell me what you want with the training. Tell me a little bit about what it is that interests you about the training. And then tell me more about your situation, who you are. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if I have anything else to add to that. So the last thing I will add, so why am I doing this? It feels really good for me to do this. And this is a pay it forward. And the only thing I'm going to ask you to do, and I know you said, wait a minute, he said no catches. All I'm going to do is ask you to pay this forward somehow. If you're the person, one of the two people I choose, coaching or training, I'm just asking that you pay this forward in somehow. I'm not going to keep tabs on you. I'm not going to come back and check. I'm not going to email you or call you and say, did you pay it forward? I'm going to leave that part up to you. When I was in college, or actually right after I got out of college, I really started this story wrong. I had a professor in college. Some of you know this story. And he taught a class called the Philosophy of Psychology. And he went through like some of the major psychology. He started with psychoanalysis. He started, then he went into Gestalt, and it was fascinating. And he ended up, we even did hypnosis too. We ended up doing NLP. That was where the class ended. And to him, this was like the king of it all, because it incorporated what works about so many different models. And it was a fascinating class. It was my first like real exposure to NLP, and I wanted to learn NLP from that point. There just wasn't anybody in New Orleans at the time who was teaching it. So anyway, I graduate college. Some really bad things happened right after that. It was like 9/11. It was also the first time I'd been out of school since I was like in nursery school. It was just 1 year after another. I think I was 22 at the time, and some other bad things happened. I'm not going to get into. And I actually fell into my first depression. I didn't have health insurance. I was working as a bartender, and I didn't know what to do. And I was really depressed. I didn't want to leave my apartment because it just felt like if I walk out the front door, something bad's going to happen. So I called my professor. Suddenly he popped into my head, and I said, hey, I'm in a bad place. I don't have health insurance. I know you can help me. I trust you. I've seen what you can do. I saw his demonstrations. Actually, I would volunteer for his demonstrations. They were extraordinary. And he said, come into my office. And so I came into his office, and he said, well, tell me what's going on. And I told him, and he said, okay, I don't believe in a free service, but I don't need your money. And he said, go to, well, every time we do a session, either donate your time or donate some money, and I'm not going to check on you. I'm just going to assume that you're doing this. I want you to somehow pay this forward. And I was very touched by that and I really didn't have much money, but I followed through. I did donate money to charity. So we did, he said, come back next week and we'll get to work. The next session, or the first real session, I go in and I leave an hour later. And after months of depression, it was gone. It was unbelievable. I left happy, and it lasted, and it just blew my mind. So, and then the next time we had a scheduled session, I went and I was like, I don't really have anything to talk about. I'm fine. And he said, yeah, I can see that already. You're fine. And so this really not only touched me very deeply, but it also later, I mean, I referred to this 10 years later, and that's when I had moved from New Orleans to Santa Cruz, and I was trying to I started a business, and it wasn't going well, and my marriage wasn't going well, and many things weren't going well. I thought NLP. and I'm living in the place where it was created. But there's not a lot of NLP here, by the way. The birthplace of NLP is Santa Cruz, and it's like almost non-existent. But there was one place, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go get training, and it just everything went from there. So, in honor of my professor who did that for me and just said, pay it forward, I'm giving it out there to you. And I want to make a habit of doing this. I don't know how often I will do it, but I'm going to make a habit of doing this. So, you know, if you submit this and I don't pick you, there will be more opportunities in the future. And so that's the other thing too. If I don't pick you, please don't be upset. It's just one of those things. I can only do so much of this, and I enjoy doing it, and I want to do it. I can't pick everybody. So just I hope that if you feel like you're that person who I described, go for it. And if you get it, great. If you don't, hey, there'll be more opportunities, and who knows, there might be something even better than something I could offer you. So I'm just noticing I'm getting a ton of messages here. Let's see if I can get through some of these. I'm kind of running out of time though. Let's see. Wow, I got people from all over the place. That's awesome. How much does a coaching normally cost? Okay. I'm not getting into a sales pitch here. Go to the website, and if you're interested in coaching, just submit. If you're not the person I described that would be good for this opportunity, just ask me. We'll talk if you want coaching. Better, give me some examples of persuasion phrases. That's not why I'm doing this video. Somebody wants me to talk about persuasion. My best advice for learning to create metaphors: practice creating metaphors. Sorry. What will heal me perform at my best? Okay. All right, this is a lot of questions. I really don't have time to answer them. But feel free to post comments on my videos or look for my videos. I do videos. I've done many videos on persuasion. Some of these questions that you're asking, I have done videos on it. So just search my YouTube channel. Feel free to reach out to me. I do take requests for videos. I have made videos directly from people asking me, hey, would you make a video about this? So I am open to all of those things. So anyway, I need to get off this call, but follow those instructions if you feel like you're the right person for this. And again, I will respond to as many people as I can, and I will be picking one person for coaching and one person for a free training. Tell me what it is that you're looking for, and you know, we'll see what happens. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody.